This headline goes crazy. Trump again escalates attacks on judge's daughter despite gag order. Oh boy. Donald Trump's first criminal trial is coming up, so of course he's attacking the judge and his family. Donald Trump is still tiptoeing around violating the gag order in his hush money trial, this time launching fresh vitriol at Judge Juan Merchan's daughter while referring her to his followers by name. Quote, Judge Juan Merchan is totally compromised. Judge Juan Merchan is totally compromised and should be removed from this Trump non-case immediately. Trump posted on social media Thursday afternoon. His daughter, Lauren, is a rabid Trump hater, who has admitted to having conversations with her father about me, and yet he gagged me. She works for crooked Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Adam Shifty Schiff, and other radical leftists who campaign on getting Trump and fundraise off of the Biden indictments, including the witch hunt, which her father presides over, a total conflict, and attacking Biden's political opposition through the courts. Former DA Cy Vance refused to bring this case, as did all federal agencies, including elections, he continued. Huge. Zan's Trump inflections are perfect. I've listened to him speak a lot, you know, it's kind of hard not to pick up on the way he speaks. Trump's new line of attack against Merchan's daughter comes after he targeted her for allegedly sharing a doctored photo of Trump behind bars on social media, aka a meme. That theory was quickly debunked after a representative for the New York State court system pointed out that the account wasn't even hers. Judge Merchan is overseeing Trump's first criminal trial and the only one currently scheduled to take place before the election. That's right, guys, this is not a civil trial, this is a criminal trial. On Tuesday, Trump won himself a gag order after attacking Merchan's daughter. The partial gag order forbids Trump from speaking publicly about courtroom staff. Literally, all that's happened here is that, like, the daughter of the judge presiding over his criminal case happens to not like Trump and has spoken negatively of Trump before, because that's allowed to be a thing. It's not illegal to dislike Trump, much to his chagrin. And so he is trying to, A, point this out as if it's some conflict of interest that exists, and B, he thinks that insulting the judge's daughter is going to go well for him because he just keeps on slipping out of justice at every turn so far. Although he is currently facing massive civil charges currently, a massive civil bail charge that he cannot afford. He may have to liquidate all of his assets in order to pay it, because the bond companies or bond agencies, whatever they're called, they don't accept property, boats, art, things like that for bond. They don't accept assets. They accept liquid cash. So Trump's gonna have to liquidate, maybe file for bankruptcy, and maybe be able to pay part of the bond. And it's not a criminal bond, it's a civil bond, remember, but this is a criminal trial. This here is a criminal trial. This is not a civil trial. The partial gag order forbids Trump from speaking publicly about courtroom staff, prosecutors, or any of their family members. He's already broken it and will continue to do so. Comments about jurors are also prohibited, as well as comments about witnesses, but wiggle room still exists within the order that allows Trump to attack Merchan or Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. It's still not going to help him. He is literally attacking the daughter of the judge. There's no way. Maybe Trump's method here is to try to, like, publicly attack the judges so much that if they bring down a even close to harsh sentence, then they'll look like they had a conflict of interest and he'll be able to use it as grounds to call for a retrial. Maybe that's his strategy. He's probably got, like, very good legal experts on the horn to talk to, just not really good lawyers. It remains to be seen what, if any, consequence there will be for the continued attacks. Trump should be no stranger to the legality of gag orders. So far, he's been hit with them in 2 of his other legal trials. In October, Judge Arthur Engoron silenced the former president after he ushered a scourge of far-right vitriol onto Engoron's chief law clerk. Trump was later fined $15,000 for violating the order. Judge Tanya Chutkan also imposed a gag order on the former president in his election interference trial, of which Trump continued to break. Trump is not capable of not being a complete piece of shit to anybody presiding over a case he's involved in. It's just that all of these trials have been so low stakes for some fucking reason that Trump doing everything wrong as almost like a brag of the fact that no matter what he does, the legal system can't get him. Is he eventually going to get too big for his britches, be too cocky for his own good, and end up, rolling the dice and getting a nat 1 at the worst time? Could that happen? That's really the question at this point, because Trump has literally lived up to his name pretty consistently so far, the name of Teflon Don.